Welcome to the
creativity
Explainer.
for your
Today,
ideas with
we're
Google
diving into
Workspace
something
7.
truly fascinating. We're looking at this idea from our source material, that an ancient script isn't just a bunch of letters for writing, but a complete system, a kind of blueprint for physics, music, and even the cosmology of our entire planet.
So let's just start with this one big question that's going to guide us through this whole journey. What if the very letters we use to write words actually hold a much deeper, more fundamental code about how reality itself works?
So here's how we're going to break it all down. We're going to start really small with the structure of a single letter. Then we'll zoom out layer by layer through physics and sound until we're looking at the rhythm of the whole planet. It's quite a trip.
All right, first up, the code in the script. We're going to be looking at the Gurmukhi script. Now, our source material presents this not just as a way to write, but as a foundational theory of elements.
So the whole system really begins right here with these 35 core letters, which are called akhar. And they're not just random shapes, not at all. They are very precisely organized into this 7x5 matrix. It's almost like a periodic table, but for sound and form. Okay, so now let's see how this really elegant structure gets expanded to describe, well, the very fabric of reality. This is where we go from script to science.
So you take those 35 base consonants, and then you add 16 vowel symbols, plus what the source calls a singularity dimension. You can think of that as a central unifying principle. When you put it all together, you get a total of 52 fundamental elements. And this number, 52, is going to be the cornerstone of the whole system. And this is where things get really wild. The source material suggests that the way these 52 elements interact actually mirrors some pretty complex ideas in modern physics. For instance, it draws parallels to things like Barry phases in quantum mechanics, and van der Waals forces, those are the subtle attractions between molecules. It even connects to electrical principles like Kirchhoff's law. So the big idea here is that this ancient script might actually contain an encoded, intuitive understanding of the fundamental forces that shape our universe.
But here's the crucial part. This system isn't static, not at all. Each one of those 52 elements is described as vibrating with a dual energy. It has both light and sound at the same time. And this doubles the system, turning it into this dynamic 104-element stream of pure vibrating energy.
So you might be wondering, how do you even begin to visualize a complex system of vibrating letters? Well, the key, according to our source, is a really cool concept called cymatics.
To put it simply, cymatics makes sound visible. It literally turns these abstract frequencies and vibrations into tangible and often incredibly beautiful geometric patterns. It lets you see the hidden shape of sound itself.
And this whole principle is brought to life through sacred music. Specific instruments are used to generate all the different parts of this resonance. You have the rabab, which creates the musical mode, or raga, the tabla, creating the rhythm, or tala, and the harmonium weaves it all together into the melody.
And all of this culminates in this brilliant visual metaphor, the flower of semantics. It's where all 52 elements assemble themselves into a single, living, organic structure. You can see how it's laid out. The vowel symbols form the 16 upper petals. The main vowels make up the 16 central petals. The consonants create the 16 leaves below. And 4 special space elements form the filaments at the very base. It's like a complete, resonant ecosystem in the shape of a flower.
Now, these ideas, as abstract as they might seem, aren't just floating around in theory. According to the source, they are deeply, deeply rooted in a specific history and a very real geography. You can actually trace the development of this knowledge directly through the lineage of the Sikh Gurus. It all starts with the first guru who founds the system. Then it's formalized into a university by the second guru, and it all culminates with the 10th guru, who expands it into 100 distinct streams of traditional knowledge, each one tied to the complex structures of the Bikrami calendar. And there are key locations on the map that are seen as physical anchors for all this sacred knowledge. Sultanpur Lodhi is the center, the heart of it all. The confluence of rivers at Harike Patan is a point of powerful synthesis. And Damdami Sahib becomes this great center of learning. The landscape itself is said to hold the knowledge.
Okay, now we get to what is maybe the most expansive, mind-bending concept in this entire explainer. We're talking about the profound relationship between how time passes in just one spot and how time passes for the entire planet.
So, to get this, first we need to understand the Pahar. It's a traditional 3-hour block of time. And sacred recitations and music, like the famous early morning Asa Divar, are all structured around these 8 pahars that make up a full 24-hour day. It's a way of aligning human activity with the natural rhythms of the earth: dawn, noon, dusk, and night. Now this slide gets to the heart of the idea. On the left, if you stand in one place, you experience the full cycle of seasons: spring, summer, fall, winter, over 365 days. But, and here's the big leap, the source proposes that the entire planet experiences that very same complete cycle in a single 24-hour period. Just think about it for a second. Right now, as the Earth turns, it's summer in one place, winter in another. It's dawn in one city, midnight somewhere else. Every single natural rhythm is happening somewhere on the globe, all at once.
So the implication of this is just powerful. It means that this sacred resonance is both universal and portable. If you have a recording of the complete 24-hour cycle of prayer from a sacred place, you've essentially captured the planet's entire daily biorhythm. And in theory, you could take that recording anywhere in the world, align it to your local time zone, and tap directly into that planetary harmony.
So for our final section, the source zooms out one last time, suggesting that this entire intricate system isn't an isolated phenomenon at all. It might actually be a local expression of a universal pattern.
The claim being made is pretty bold. It says that this profound link, this connection between elements, sound, geometry, and the cosmos, isn't unique to Gurmukhi. Instead, it suggests that it's a fundamental pattern that you can find in different forms in sacred systems and languages all across the world.
So, let's just quickly recap the big ideas to walk away with. First, this idea that the Gurmukhi script is more than an alphabet. It's a theory of 52 elements. Second, the concept of cymatics acts like a bridge, visually unifying that script with music and the natural world. And finally, this incredible idea that local prayer cycles are a microcosm of the entire planet's daily biorhythm, making this sacred resonance both universal and deeply personal.
And all of this leaves us with one last provocative thought to chew on. If an ancient script can be interpreted as a cosmic code, what other patterns, what other hidden harmonies and blueprints might be waiting to be discovered in the languages, systems, and symbols that surround us every single day?